of support from Washington from the first Trump term to Biden to now, there is at least an 80% chance of a launch tonight, and that means start a whole new era. The crew is going to be sitting atop the most powerful rocket ever.
Artemis 2 getting ready to launch, bitches.
In a teeny tiny capsule about the size of 2 minivans. They're going to circle around the Earth in a low orbit at first, then go around again much further out just to make sure everything is working. If it is, they'll spend the next 4 days heading toward the moon with tests and experiments along the way. Then they will travel around the moon, seeing at one point both the moon and Earth in the same picture, the same vista, before starting the journey home. Once back, they're going to re-enter the atmosphere here at 25,000 miles an hour before parachuting into the Pacific Ocean just off the coast of San Diego. They'll be picked up there. Much like the first moon mission, people wonder why we're doing this. We got problems back here at home. And NASA points to security. They point to the potential economic breakthroughs. And once again, the question of competition. China has its own moon program. NASA says it wants to land and build a base before China can, guys.
And thanks so much, Tony. We appreciate it. We're going to move up. And if liftoff is a go, Tony Blanker, our CBS News special report on the Artemis 2 launch from the Kennedy Space Center. Our coverage begins at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Can't wait. Many Americans are also focused on what's going on in the nation's capital, and there is a lot going on. From the war in Iran as the president prepares to deliver a primetime address to his new executive order that could impact elections. The president's also facing legal pushback over the construction of the new White House ballroom. Let's go back to our Ed O'Keefe to break all this down. Ed, good morning again.
Adriana, good to see you. There is a lot on the president's schedule today. Perhaps most urgently it is that speech that he's expected to give tonight regarding the war in Iran. He said again on Tuesday that U.S. military operations should wrap up in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And when that happens, he promised gas prices will
Now,
tumbling down.
charging shit. I really like this little guy.
The president signed a new executive order on one of his biggest concerns.
800. Wait a
Going
minute.
to be challenged by Democrats in courts and states.
Is everything backwards? Why is everything backwards?
To vote before they got mailed a ballot. And then
That should say 800. What the hell?
He's going to go right there to the Supreme Court, sit in the front row and listen to arguments on his attempts to overturn birthright citizenship. And then there's one more battle. It's the one going on behind us here on Pennsylvania Avenue. Reconstruction of what was once the East Wing and his attempt to build a nearly 80,000 square foot facility in its
I'm an
place.
idiot.
The federal judge ruled on Tuesday the $400 million
I'm an idiot.
has to be postponed until Congress approves it. To no one's surprise, the president says he plans to appeal that ruling. Gail?
You know, Ed, this is a whole lot of activity for this president. What's your read on why this is all happening now?
There you go. 800
This happening, Gail, right now is because of the fact that so
watts.
with his
And it's got 2, 4, 6, 8 USB-C and 2 USB Type B ports.
Explaining and defending his decision to go to war in Iran. Why make those assurances about gas prices? Why sign that mail-in?
Yeah, 140 watt, 100 watt, 100 watt, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65, 65. So 2 140s. So that could be 2 MacBook Pros. 2 100 watts, which, you know, anywhere between a MacBook Pro and a, cell phone. Then you got all these 65 watts, which will charge most batteries and power most things. So this I had on my primary desk. I'm going to take it over to the charging station now that we have it clean. Have I showed you guys the charging station? Let's add another camera.
And a new documentary looks into whether artificial intelligence will be good or bad for humanity.
Oh, you can't do an extra camera. What?
Searching into the Catholic Church, Arthur C. Brooks will tell us why more people are turning to religion. But first, it is 8:06. Time to check the local weather.
Look at yourself. Just look at yourself.
As you would expect, showers and thunderstorms on the increase, especially
Anyway.
this afternoon and evening. Just a few Spotty chances this morning, but as we see a high at 74, rain and storms are increasing, could be on the strong to severe side. So make sure you have our free weather authority app so we can keep you alert.
Local 12 is partnering with disabled American veterans to support DAV Community Impact Day. Volunteer to serve veterans who live among us. Scan the QR code to learn more.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
That's rough. Isn't safe like you can get that fixed any way you want. I don't see actual checks fixed while I get my hair. Yeah, they can fix my cloud. Calibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants. That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Give it faith any way you want. And safe like safe like repair, safe like replace.
7 out of 10 cats prefer meat taste of chicken knives. Chicken
Hey,
taste
hey, I know
of
on the
chicken
shirt, I'm charging.
See why? A taste
Now,
of love.
I'm about to mess it all.
Try the new great
So-
recipe. What we're trying.
Just
The key to being rich,
that's
it's knowing what counts. For some, it's that long Sunday drives. It's saying yes to the mess. It's investing in a little inspiration. Jones
Oh, there's the Winskies. There's the Winski.
plans to help them get there. Let's find you. Edward Jones.
Life, that be.
Oh, he's like some back ribs. Oh, yeah.
Each day is good, people see and things to do.
Watch this little boy. Watch this.
She's concerned.
Hand comes down. Watch the slip.
And you can design with cars.
I gotta wake her up. She's like
Wait
going.
on today.
Did you know 100% of
Oh, that's the way.
fecal bacteria?
Ah, there it is. Rub that belly. You like that belly rub? Yes, she does. Look at that dog. Yeah, I like my belly rubbed. That's what that looks like.
Coming up, comedian
Oh,
Keegan
yes,
Thompson
she
is going to
does.
start
Oh,
Saturday
yes, she
Night Live
does.
more than 20 seasons. Yes, it's a superstar. Tell us about his new children's book that's all full
We
of
both spoiled run, you know it?
kids. You're watching CBS Mornings. We always thank you for that. Appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Jaws of the world, take a stand against Bland. Let the pitiful revolution.
She's like, are we playing now? Can we play now? No.
Opening day, just like we used to. I love being out here with Canada, especially at the big game. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active. It's a difference I can feel, and he can see.
Camzyos is proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with...
Cincinnati homeowners trust rolling member of Congress who stood up and would have saved our answer. Doc, or how I became an apocalyptimist, it includes interviews with experts on both sides of the debate. The doc also features interviews with CEOs of 3 major AI companies, OpenAI, Anthropic, and Google DeepMind. Here's a clip.
It would be impossible for me to sit across from you and ask you to promise me that this is going to go well.
It's awesome.
There isn't any easy answers, unfortunately, because it's such a cutting-edge technology. There's still a lot of unknowns, and I think that needs to be understood, and hence the need for some caution.
I wake up, every day. This is the number one thing I think about. Now, look, I'm human, and has every decision been perfect? Can I even say my motivations were always perfectly pure? Of course not. No one can say that. Like that's just not like, that's just not how people work.
Dr. Sean Harris is featured in the film. He's a former Google design ethicist who co-founded the Center for Humane Technology. Good morning, Tristan. Good to be with you. So, backstage a couple moments ago, we were all talking about the possible anti-humanist future of AI. Yeah. And one of the things you talked about is that there are 20,000 people currently working on AGI, and 200 working on guardrails to protect us. That's right. So what? Look at those. Yeah. I mean, that's a massive disparity. Very disturbing. Yeah. What needs to be done? Yeah.
So this film, the AI doc, is meant to just clarify, because I think people are very confused about AI. They see the blinking cursor, my baby's burping in the background, and it helps me every single day. And that's confusing because then you hear it could end the world or it could cause human extinction. How could it possibly do that? It's this innocuous blinking cursor. But what makes AI different from other technologies is it's the first technology that can think in its own reasoning and language and make its own decisions. Let me give you a very specific example. Just 3 weeks ago, Alibaba, the Chinese AI company, found when the AI model was in training, it actually invisibly set up its own communication channel to the outside world, a secret communication channel, and it started mining for cryptocurrency like Bitcoin to acquire resources. No one trained it to do that.
On its own.
On its own, it did that. Now, people should feel, do you feel comfortable or
I'm
stoked here?
terrified by that.
Right, now, hold on. If it can go rogue there, what else can it do? But notice, if you're President Xi Jinping of China, do you feel stoked about that? No, if you're President Donald Trump, do you feel stoked about that? So the point is that actually this is a humbling moment for humanity. We're building something that reasons for itself. It's like they say that AI is like nuclear weapons, but in nuclear weapons, you have a human being who pushes the button on either side.
Yes.
In this case, you have AIs that are reasoning in their own language. And so this is where we're going to an anti-human future if we don't steer. And the point of this film, the AI doc, is to clarify that current future. And if we can see that we don't want where we're going, we can steer before it's too late. And that's what I'm hoping that the film can accomplish.
It showed the good and the bad, but I finished watching it. I was very unsettled and very disturbed by it and very afraid.
Yeah.
Because you said people can't separate the promise from the peril.
That's right.
What is it that people don't understand about AI, about what it can really do to us and for us?
Well, I think people are confused.
Put that in perspective, the good and the bad.
The good and the bad, yeah. So the promise and the peril are inextricably linked because artificial intelligence is about understanding patterns. If you apply that to biology, you can see invisible patterns that can lead to new cancer drugs. Yes, a new medicine. But the same AI that knows biology that well to develop new cancer drugs can also develop new biological pathogens, new biological weapons. You can't separate those two.
Right.
And the upsides don't prevent the downsides. But the downsides can undermine a world that can receive the upside. So you don't get the benefits if you don't mitigate the risks.
So people will look at the stock and say, okay, I'm very afraid. And then I'll use ChatGPT and I go, but this is great.
Right, exactly.
Wonderful.
And that's the confusion, is there's a difference between the blinking cursor that helps me every day and the sort of race to build the most powerful, inscrutable technology we've ever developed that's doing the HAL 9000 behaviors from 2001. And we have to be able to steer these.
So how can we steer AI? Because I'm one of the people that just buried their head in the sand and said, okay, it's going to take over, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that, number one, everyone should have common clarity about the dangerous future. How many of the world leaders do you think know about that Alibaba example I just mentioned?
Yeah.
Almost none.
None.
So there's huge headroom on people just needing to understand the issue. Number two, we do need some kind of international limits for these dangerous AI capabilities. And number three, we need to write laws. The midterm elections are coming up. This should be the number one issue going into the midterm elections.
But the film says it's a race to recklessness.
Yes.
That even if the good guys want to do the right thing with AI, they don't want to come in last.
That's right.
And so people are cutting corners. That's what frightens me.
That's the essence of the whole problem.
Yeah.
Is that the collateral damage, whether it's millions of jobs displaced or rising electricity prices for regular people or stolen intellectual property, all of that is negligible relative to me not getting there first.
And if AI is thinking for itself, aren't we limited in how we can control it?
Yes, I mean, imagine chimpanzees conceptualizing humans, and they're like, but don't worry, we'll be able to control the humans. Like, it's a joke. How are the chimpanzees, from their way of seeing the world, going to be smart enough to control the humans?
So very quickly, has the train left the station?
No, I don't think so. I always think we're very far down the path, but this is not inevitable. Humans are making this technology. The current pathway is not inevitable. We can choose a different future if we have clarity.
What do you want people to do? Number one, I think everybody should see that. Everybody should see.
Everybody should see. It's like the film The Day After in 1982. If we all have clarity about nuclear war and we don't want nuclear war, we have to steer. And thank you so much for giving us an airtime, because this is so important for the public.
And thank you so much for that valuable insight. Tristan Harris, thank you so much. Now, the AI doc, or How I Became an Apocalyptimist, is in theaters right now.
You nailed that pronunciation.
I was so hoping I wouldn't have to say that line.
I headed to the kitchen room in early birthday. We'll talk to Jill Schlesinger about which home improvement projects actually pay off before you sell your home. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm Tony Nicole. Join me from the Kennedy Space Center for CBS News special coverage of the launch of Artemis 2, the mission around the moon.
Enough already. We can do more.
Enough already. We can find a cure.
Enough already.
We can do better. This year's rain can overwhelm ordinary gutter gardens. Not a pine-proof system that keeps water where it belongs. Just ask me. I'm Professor Pine. Let's keep your foundation dry and protect your home with Everclean. Evercleangutter.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We built this firm to be everywhere for everyone. We built this firm for you. Today, we have over 1,100 lawyers across all 50 states, a staff of 7,000. So there is someone there for you 24/7. When you're hurting, it shouldn't be a matter of where you live. You deserve someone to fight for you. When you need us, our firm will be there. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
My kids can't hide anything from me. And especially when they've been using toilet paper that doesn't hold up. Charmin Ultra Strong has a diamond-y texture that's more durable. And it cleans better, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
New Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple. The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans. Just ask me, Professor Pine. Everclean is built to handle the storms ahead, keeping water away from your home. Call now for a free upgrade to oversized downspouts and boost your home's protection. Learn more at evercleangutter.com.
Can you navigate your way through the uncertainty? CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here with what you need to know. You are the best person to help us navigate things. I have this. So Jill, what is happening with the housing market right now that people should really understand?
The beginning of the year, there was a lot of optimism. We talked about mortgage interest rates going below 6%, and that was exciting. We heard a lot of stories about listings increasing, so it was really kind of a positive feel. However, with mortgage rates moving back up and with anxiety around the war, I think a lot of people get nervous about a big decision. A lot of folks are saying, you know what, I'll hang out, I'll stay in my house, I'll make it nicer, but I just don't want to make the plunge in buying another home.
I want to make it nice. I want to make it nice. As the Real Housewife said, I try to make it nice. Dorinda, but what do you think are if you're going to make it nice, what do you think are the improvements that pay off the best?
Well, it's so
bathroom, kitchen.
So let's just talk about the ones. This is a great survey. It's like, where do you get the best bang for your buck? When you put the money in and then you sell your house years later, where do you get that money back? When do you recoup? It is very unsexy. I am so sorry. I am talking about a garage door, a front door. I'm not kidding you. Siding.
Oh, yeah, I want that new backsplash.
Okay, I get it. But some of those projects, you know, when you think about it, even in the world of like tons of crazy weather events, a generator, these are things that actually make a lot of money back for people. But let's switch to the kitchen conversation because /Queen over here wants to put her back. Okay, there's a real issue around kitchens because if you look at the three different levels, a low range, a mid range, and a high end redo, just look at these numbers. Minor repairs. Oh, you throw some cabinets on, you do a little bit of an upgrade, you get a lot of your money back. More than 100% of your money comes back.
Yeah.
The mid level, forget about it. You're getting about 60% back, and you want that high end fancy range and your fancy appliances. I just want to be clear that when you think about that high end kitchen, you're not getting your money back. It's nice for you, it's great. With a bathroom, just make sure one very important thing.
The toilet.
A toilet is good and a sink is good. But
I was to say thank you for validating what I've been saying.
yeah. If you have one bathroom and you're a 3-bedroom house, you really do need another bathroom. Instead of fritzing up your one bathroom, put a second bathroom in. Living space is great.
Thank you very much, Jill Schlesinger. We appreciate it as always. So, more Catholics are expected to fill the pews this Easter. What's behind the surge and new converts to the Catholic Church? Well, up next, happiness expert Arthur C. Brooks back again. Will share his thoughts on this. So we'll be right back.
Mormon headlines are number
conversation. We've been reading all your comments this morning.
Oh, we know. Everyone has something to say about this.
If you've got plans to be out today, you want to be home before this hit.
Park Cincinnati every weekday at 9 a.m. on Local 12. Breaking news alerts and the Weather Authority forecast. This is Good Morning Cincinnati, live on Local 12.
Rain and storms make a return to the tri-state today. Good morning. I'm Local 12 News meteorologist Tara Blake. Even though we do have wet weather predicted and more cloud cover too, we're still going to be above average. High today 74. Now this is cooler than yesterday's 81 degrees, but that was nearly a record. The average is only 60. Showers and thunderstorms could cause problems for the Reds game today too, especially for us as we really start to get into the game. First pitch at 12:40 should be okay, but increase in showers and thunderstorms, there is a severe weather component as we see a high of 74. I think more so severe risk is going to come into play at about 3 to say 7 p.m. So a later afternoon into the evening hours, but all threats are on the table. Low risk, very low risk for tornadic activity. I think a bigger issue area-wide would be damaging winds and the possibility at large hail. So let's get into it. Stray shower storm has already happened this morning. We did see a little bit of that here this morning, but it is going to be more so afternoon and evening. And here we go, starting to see a little bit by about 12 o'clock. Watch at 1 o'clock, which would be at the ballpark. We have the heat, and with that comes some stronger cells. This is going to be kind of round one. We get another round that comes in, say about 3 o'clock first to the west, increasing activity from the north as well. Watch the intensifying cells towards the city at about 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock, probably the most widespread chance for strong to severe storms. This is going to cool those temperatures down. You're headed home from work. Make sure you've got our Free Weather Authority app so we can alert you, because there's going to be issues on the roads, potential issues for kids in practices and games as well. This will continue until, say, about 7 o'clock. Then we start to see it decrease. We won't completely clear out until the overnight hours, but that leads us into a warm and nice Thursday. So a little bit of cloud cover to battle through, but warmer high of 82, nearly a record for Thursday afternoon with just a very small chance at a stray shower or storm, but the activity will increase again Thursday night. So before we get to that next round, we've got the heat, 82, the record at 83, set back in 1946. Ahead of our next front, we'll push in the shower and thunderstorm chances into Friday morning. Front doesn't cross. It actually lifts back to the north as a warm front. So we get some dry hours for you on Saturday, but that cold front will increase showers and storms late Saturday night into your Easter Sunday. I know we're a whole lot colder. Your high for Easter Sunday, only 54, but it does clear out for the afternoon plans.
You turn to a trusted source.
serve veterans who live among us. Scan the QR code to learn more. Walker is a World War II hero. When he came home, he opened Quake 75 years ago. Starting our business meant doing right by our customers. Call 804 Quake today for 35% off.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, boy.
You hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. Today, our roads are littered with killing machines. I'm talking about semi-trucks. They can easily kill, even at low speeds. Overworked truck drivers are driving all day and all night. Injured in a trucking accident, we became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason.
Good shit. Good shit. Get you some cleanup, motherfucker. Woo! what to do with this. Down.
native restricted property.
You love your toy, Bubba.
The West All-Star team. Sabres trade Carroll also got a spot in the game. He will represent the East All-Stars. Speaking of Miami, just very quickly, I've been mentioning Brant Byers of the Miami Redhawks.
And what's his position?
He is a forward on the team. He can shoot the ball.
All right.
Be interested to see if he ends up somewhere else.
Yeah.
Looking around. Yeah.
The men's Final Four games are quickly approaching with just 3 days to tip off.
Our neighbors to the west are rushing to prepare for the crowds. Claire Curry, participation in Indianapolis. This is how it's done.
Only 4 teams remain in the March Madness tournament, and the road ends here. Circle City is coming together to complete the finishing touches ahead of the games. The Marriott downtown is already sporting maize in blue, while just down the road, the West End is decked out in Wildcat red.
The hotel block of teams and fans and parents and all of the sponsorship teams that come in through this weekend, a virtual sellout across Indianapolis.
Over at the airport, hoops highlight successful Indiana teams throughout the past years. Southwest added nonstop flights out of Hartford and Tucson for the Final Four games. However, with 2 Big Ten schools close by, lots of fans are expected to road trip.
We are known as such a centrally located destination to begin with that they know it's an easy drive into the city.
The stage and big screen are getting assembled at the tip-off tailgate along Georgia Street. Now standing at Meridian in St. Clair for the March Madness Music Festival, a Ferris wheel.
It's fun to see the restaurants, the hotels, the nightlife, everybody make through the lens of we 70,000 new visitors, potentially new visitors in the city. How can we really shine and welcome them with these fun activities?
Last-minute resale tickets are still available, but costly. The city hopes to show that this event goes beyond just basketball, with everything else going on this weekend.
We have proof that we can host these large-scale sporting events, and we have a downtown that was deliberately designed with bookend venues on each side of the city to host these events.
In Indianapolis, Curry, CBS 4 News.
It's a lot of space. You were saying inside Lucas Oil, you got a lot of room to work with.
I thought it'd be a game-rich field house where the Pacers play, but that's awesome.
More seats for more butts. If you know what I mean.
That makes sense. Well, after the break, an unlikely friendship. Meet the rubber ducky, obsessed sea lion. Oh, that's stealing hearts across social media.
Closed captioning for this program is brought to you by hands-free glide step Skechers slip-ins.
Rhoda! Ever since I started wearing hands-free glide steps, Skechers sleep-ins, my other shoes are useless. With Skechers sleep-ins, I just step in. They're all by Skechers sleep-ins.
Have you ever thought of getting a walk-in tub for you or someone you love? Now is a great time to take a look at getting a Safe Step walk-in tub.
Safe Step standard.
Why was that on? Jesus Christ. All right. I'm going to hit the trail, get back here for a session. All you guys, keep it heavy, keep it real. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.